Eu ouvi dizer, eu acho que era...
That is, I believe it's a curse because I love spicy food.
Is this for looking?
We are in Porto, and in this video
We are visiting this beautiful city, known for its history, architecture, wonderful people and amazing food. I will try all the best traditional food of Porto with the help of two local food experts, Ricardo and Andre.
Hola.
We will visit the local institutions such as Miranda's Cafe, offering probably the best Francesinha and Prego sandwiches in the city. Their beef steaks are unmatched. We continue to another legendary place, Adega Braseira, where locals like to eat, offering a full menu of pratinhos, the mouth-watering small dishes, together with some delicious wine. Next day takes us to another historic spot, the Talhasca, once a butcher shop, today a very cozy local eatery. The ambient, the food, the wine, they have it all. And here we had some of the best bites. After that we go to famous Bolhão market to enjoy another local staple, canned fish. And this is an experience like no other, as this is not just a simple canned fish. We finish everything with another original local dessert in one of the oldest cafes in Porto.
So let's begin. A nossa, a nossa. We are at our first stop in Porto, and this is Miranda's Cafe. And this place is locally very famous for its Francesinha sandwiches, but also all other types of local Porto sandwiches. The place is always busy, that's a fact. So let's go inside and let's check it out. The place is always busy.
Always busy. And there's no way to make a reservation on this place here. First come, first served.
We got seated at Miranda Cafe, and with me is Andre Apolinario, and he is from Taste Porto. And if you want to really taste the Porto, you need to go with these guys because they know all the best places, and Miranda Cafe is an institution. Once we entered here, I was truly amazed. This is 100% local place. It's insanely busy, and it's run by only these two guys here behind, and they do everything. They cook, they prepare sandwiches, they serve the drinks, they charge the customers, they serve the customers, and they manage to do that quite fast. Now I've read some reviews online, and there are some people complaining there's too much waiting time here, but what Andre explained to me, every minute here is worth waiting because these sandwiches are amazing. They're some of the best in Porto, and also the atmosphere, the vibe is truly local. So this is more than just cervejeria, the eatery. People come here to associate with their friends, to spend some time, as Andre does with his friends before and after the match. Anyway, we made our order, and all these delicious sandwiches are getting grilled and prepared there. Everything is done in components, like always with Francesinha sandwiches, because there are these juicy looking steaks grilling on that griddle. There's bread toasting in the toaster. Everything is done like a separate component, but then in the end it creates these famous sandwiches of Porto. Okay, so our food is here, beer as well, and I will let Andre explain about Francesinha and also the other sandwich that we ordered.
Which is this one right here. Okay, so think about layers and layers of deliciousness. So in between two loaves of bread, you get grilled rump steak, then you get linguiça, which is a spicy sausage, then salsicha fresca, and these two are mandatory. And then you had this gravy sauce. This is the secret. No one will disclose the recipe of it. I'm gonna say the basics of it. It's gonna be a tomato sauce and beer-based sauce.
Okay.
Some people like to add a dash of port wine into it, some spices, and then optional, fried egg and fried potatoes. Okay, on its own, without the egg and the potatoes, It's like 2,500 calories in one sandwich.
Yeah, this is, when you mention potatoes, this is the trademark of Porto. These bright yellow, hand-cut, fresh, delicious fries. We started with different sandwich each. I will start with Francesinha, and this little French lady looks absolutely insane. This steak inside is so juicy. The melted cheese, the egg on top. Let's go. Francesinha is out of this world. This sauce practically has all that Andre previously explained and mentioned. It has that mild spiciness. It has that picante, as they would say in Italy, that special taste, and it's a mix of different ingredients. But then this steak is out of this world. This is perfectly prepared steak. They know what they're doing here in this small kitchen area. It's nice and juicy, and it really goes so well with everything else from this huge sandwich. I usually say these things when I'm quite surprised. I've eaten Francesinha before, but not like this one, for sure. So bite after bite, there are these new flavors. You notice something new. Now I notice these sausages inside. They also give that such a nice taste, a little bit of spicy flavor, that pepper on the ram steak, the sauce, everything is really a magical combination. Let's go with this fry as well. But of course, there's nothing like dipping a fry into Francesinha sauce. We're gonna do a small toast, and then I will continue with my second sandwich. Anosse.
Anosse.
Super wok from the tap never disappoints. I can tell just by touching this bread bun that it's quite crunchy. Then I mentioned that this is medium to well done, but this is actually medium rare steak. We can see some blood, some juice there. And then of course that beautiful color. It is done on both sides perfectly. The bottom bun is soaked in this sauce. Let's see.
It's just simple and perfect, right?
The steak here is again perfect. That's the secret. They do steak on par with some, I don't know, top level restaurant. This is perfectly done steak. These are probably years of making them over there on that very small space. But this is so amazing. And Andre was telling me, it looks simple, doesn't look special at all. But once you bite into this, magic happens. It's really tasty, it's so delicious. Steak is juicy and perfect. We are struggling, both me and Andre, with this Francesinha, and we're gonna finish this lunch with another bite of this delicious sandwich. So me and Andre, we are done with this institution, but we are now moving to the next one. And the name of the next one is
Adega Braseira.
Adega Braseira. So see you there.
Exactly.
What do you find it? I'm trying to find it.
We are at our second stop in Porto, Adega Braseira, and they're famous for their delicious small dishes. Let's go inside and let's check them out. So we got seated at Adega Braseira, and luckily they have also floor above, which is with more space, with bigger tables, but it's still noisy, it's very busy. This is quite local place. All of the people here are locals. They come here to enjoy these small dishes called pratinhos. And pratinhos belong to the much larger group of Portuguese small dishes called petiscos. We ordered some very interesting dishes, and soon enough we're gonna enjoy them. Our pratinhos are on the table, and we got these pork intestines stuffed with flour, cumin, some spices, and then the skin is fried. Additionally, we also got pork shoulder in special garlic sauce. We got black pudding with it, and we also got pork ears, again prepared in a special way with some fresh onion and parsley on top. We also got some Portuguese local ham to try with the bread afterwards. But let's start with espadão, the favorite local wine. A noce. Wow. It has very mild taste. It's a bit easy, but quite delicious wine. Cheers. Let's be brave and start with pork intestine. It has that recognizable smell, but it really looks delicious. This is quite good, quite tasty. Has that very nice, so to say, skin on the outside. That's the intestine. You would expect these to have that heavy taste that you expect from offals, but no. Very mild taste that reminds you that this is intestine. Very nice texture, nice, a little bit chewy, but more crunchy. Then this stuffing inside is really beautiful. Delicious. Very good. A delicious snack that goes well with this rosé wine, and also there's that a little bit of spiciness that you feel in your throat afterwards. So we tried the perfect drinking snack, the intestines, but let's go now with the pork shoulder. It looks and it smells amazing. This is my kind of food. This is slow cooked pork shoulder, and it's been cooked in its own fat, and then with addition with some white wine and garlic. Very simple process, but then creates this incredible bite right here. It has that fatty bit inside. It has these nice meaty fibers as well. Nice, wobbly, juicy, and delicious. This was an amazing bite, but let's go now with this homemade bread called broa. This is nice, thick bread. I will dip it in this sauce. Let's try. This is a simple but very effective comfort food. Isn't it? I managed to break this part just with my knife. I'm gonna dip it in this sauce with a little bit of bread. Let's go. This is a nice looking black pudding, and I'm sure that Andre brought me to the right place. Everything looks and tastes delicious here. This mursela, the black pudding sausage, is delicious, and I really like the texture. It's not like gelatin, it's quite crumbly inside, has really beautiful flavor, also a little bit spicy from that piri piri sauce. Delicious. Next pratinho is quite interesting. Pig ears topped with some onion and parsley. Actually good. Good. Very interesting small dish. It tastes good as well. I don't think everyone can love this, but I like it. It's nice. It's very easy to chew. It's interesting how much these pig ears are boiled. You don't need to chew them at all. And then this onion really helps with the taste and everything else. Last, but of course not the least, the Portuguese prosciutto, the Portuguese local ham. There's not much fat on it, it's mostly muscle. Again, very silky, very smooth, a perfect and very delicious ham. This was very busy and labor-intense day for both me and Andre. We worked very hard today. We are stuffed as pigeons and we cannot eat anymore. But tomorrow is a new day, and tomorrow we have at least a couple of more amazing local places to go enjoy the food and ambience. So, see you tomorrow.
Bye, see you tomorrow.
There's something really magical about Porto, and especially once you get near the city center. And there are plenty of these cafes full with young people, nice sunshine, but also the wonderful architecture, the food, everything that makes Porto a legendary city. We are here at Talhasca, and this will be our first destination of the day. Let's go inside and let's check out this place. Anos. Starting straight away with the beer from the tap. Anose. So we got seated at Talhasca, and fortunately we came when it's not very busy. It's a small space inside. There's also garden outside, but we chose inside because it's full of tradition, it's full of memories. The place is beautiful. It looks amazing. It's cool. You can give it any kind of nice adjective because it deserves it. And right away, when you enter on the right side where is the counter, you can see all these dried and smoked meats hanging. There's the famous Portuguese prosciutto, the ham. There's also pork nose, smoked and dried. There's also black pudding. There's also some more prosciutto. And then in the display, we can see some typical local bread. We can see some fresh prosciutto being cut and then also put here in the display. And as I mentioned, this place is full of memories. We can see many interesting, very old, antique stuff here. There's also this interesting Siemens sign here, which you wouldn't really see in many of the eateries, but they have a mix of everything and it really looks cool. The place is called Talhasca, and actually this is a blend of two different words from Portuguese. The first one would be butchers and the second one would be Tasca, the eatery, because this place started as a butcher shop a long time ago, and then it evolved into this Tasca, or how it is called today, Talhasca. I'm joined today, to my great joy, with two main people from Taste Porto. Andre, you know from yesterday, and today Ricardo is also with us. So maybe I didn't mention, but Andre is the founder, and then 3 years ago they decided they need someone with brains and knowledge. So they got this archaeologist here, Ricardo, and he knows everything about Porto, and Andre knows everything about eating, and they joined their forces, and now they're of course taking many people around the best places in Porto. Now we started with some small beer, which we really enjoyed, but then we also got this beautiful looking homemade bread, and we also started with this bread called bola. And this is a more or less typical dense homemade bread, but then it has inside some chorizo, the local sausage, then some bacon, and what else?
Olives and
cheese. And cheese. Okay, let's give it a go. This is a great snack, a great lunch. Sausage, the chorizo, the olives, everything really goes well together.
Do you recall how we say it?
Anose. Anose. Our heirloom or beefy tomato is here, and this is prepared only here in Porto, at least that my hosts know about. And this tomato is topped with some nice fresh onion and then also with some red wine. This is an original thing of rural areas of northern Portugal, but it's served in this place as well. Now we got our wine, and this is another beautiful bubbly Portuguese rosé, which I really like. And then we also got these green peppers padron, which can be or cannot be spicy, depends, it's a lottery how lucky you are. And then we got the fava bean stew with chorizo, and it really looks incredible, smells even better. I just can't wait to start with all this. Cheers.
My plate is now full of all delicacies, and I got this heirloom tomato, I got a fava bean stew, I also got this padron pepper, but I will start with this juicy and tasty looking tomato. Beautiful, tasty, almost sweet. You can see that this is not industrial tomato, this is the way how it should be grown. And then the onion is so strong, full of flavors. This red wine that was poured on top really improves everything. Amazing. Next thing is fava bean stew. The fava bean stew is just perfect. There's not too strong taste about it, which I like, but everything is perfectly cooked. The fava beans, the pork, and of course the chorizo, the sausage. This here is happiness in every bite. Next thing to try is this green pepper called padron from a padron village in Galicia, but quite popular here in Portugal as well. And there are three types of them when they're planted. They can be non-spicy, they can be kind of medium, and they can be very spicy, very hot. Let's see how lucky or unlucky I am. Not spicy.
I feel it's a myth.
Next thing is this beautifully stewed pork liver, and Andre was kind enough to cut it in advance for us, so let's try it.
Fried. It's not stewed. This one is fried.
Wow.
So they do a onion and garlic sauce, and they fry the liver.
Perfectly prepared liver, and Andre just told me that it was not stewed, it was pan-fried. The sauce was stewed, but then the liver was pan-fried, and it's perfect. There's no that unpleasant bitterness, perfect texture, easy to chew, easy to eat, and beautiful taste. Okay, so our second round of petiscos, the small dishes, is here, and we have this porridge style dish, and this is papas de segaulho, and this is practically a corn flour with some shredded pork meat and then also pork blood. It has this very interesting look and consistency. Let's go with it. This is one of those dishes that maybe doesn't look that appealing, but once you try it, it's amazing, nice, very hot. That pork is easy to chew, there are like shreds of it inside, and then this mass made of corn flour and pork blood. This is absolutely beautiful. Oh, this is so good. Very simple looking, simple with ingredients, but an amazing Portuguese comfort food. Next thing to try is this delicious looking and smelling patanisca do chouriço, and this is a pastry stuffed with the Portuguese chouriço made from flour, then fried, looks and smells delicious.
Isn't it rich?
Beautiful. The perfection lies in simplicity, and this is a proof to that. That beautiful crunch, chorizo, pastry, amazing. It's time, of course, for our dessert, and we got some very unique pudding here, and Ricardo will tell us more about it.
So this is pudding about petiscos. It's a bomb. This is a bomb because it uses a lot of egg yolks, and a very interesting thing, it uses pork lard. So we use pork belly just to make it the right consistency, and this is completely decadent.
We could also see when he was cutting it how thick it is. I mean, even if you put a spoon on it, look, it stays firmly. It's this perfectly jiggly texture, and of course we can't wait to try it. It has that fantastic yellow color that most of pastries have with their custard cream around Porto. Let's go. It is on the sweet side, but I am someone who likes desserts and sweets, and this is absolutely fantastic. It's so creamy, it's a pudding, but it's incredibly creamy, has that nice, so to say, skin on top. It's drenched in this sweet sauce, absolutely beautiful. I like it. Incredible lunch, but also incredible experience. The place is really comfortable, it's really cozy. We enjoyed the atmosphere, the food, which was top level, local, real local Portuguese food. We really enjoyed everything, but now we are heading to our next place. We decided to go next to Bolhão, the famous Porto market. Let's check it out. One of the most beautiful open markets in Europe, but also we have some great music coming from that piano and that lady. It's always great to visit the famous Porto market. Some amazing smells coming from everywhere. Fresh seafood from this side and some different food and products from the other side, but that vibe and atmosphere is unbeatable. Our purpose here today is trying one of the trademarks of Porto, and this is canned fish. So cans of sardines and other types of fish and seafood, they're really something that's part of Porto tradition. And we came here to this stand, and Andre is gonna make a choice for us, and we're gonna enjoy some canned fish. So the lady is preparing all the canned fish for us here, and we ordered some canned sardines, we ordered some canned mackerel, also cod, and we will get some salted and cured tuna meat as well. She's preparing all this on these cute looking plates, and I never knew that canned fish can look so good and so delicious and to be presented so beautifully. Everything is nicely presented and prepared here for us, so let's get started. What really amazes me about Porto, that something simple as canned fish can turn into this almost high-profile extension to our lunch. This looks so amazing, and I would never guess that canned mackerel or cod or sardines can be so beautifully presented, can look so appetizing, and also with this wine, this creates another perfect snack of Porto. We're gonna start with these fish one by one. The first fish to start with is going to be this sardine.
So you like it? It's really good, isn't it? Bit spicy, not overly spicy.
No.
But it's still that fish kick without being overwhelming as well.
Doesn't have strong taste.
Nope.
This is very good. But then spiciness, you feel the spiciness later. Really delicious.
Yeah, and I feel that so these are the young sardines, because a regular sardine can grow up to this. This is the young one that we call putinga, okay? And I feel that it gets more of the brine sauce than the big ones. And they're so flavorful. I'm addicted to these.
Okay, so whoever watched my previous videos from around the Europe and the world, they would know that I'm not a big fish guy. So seafood was never my primary food. But I think in Porto they give meaning to each food, and they really know how to bring the best of each food. And these are definitely the best sardines that I ever tried. They have this very pleasant, spicy taste to them. The texture, everything is just perfect. They're crumbly, they melt in your mouth. Then this spiciness, these flavors, this is truly delicious and truly amazing. The next thing to try is this delicious looking cod, and the difference of preparation with the sardines. Sardines were steamed inside the can, but the cod was grilled beforehand, and then the other things were added, olive oil and probably some spices. Let's go. This cod is beautiful. It doesn't have as intense taste as the sardines, no spiciness involved, but then very strong smoky taste coming from this charcoal. Beautiful texture and another delicious canned fish. The next is mackerel in tomato sauce, and it was, of course, beautifully served by this lady. There were some spices and herbs added on top. Let's see. This mackerel is absolutely beautiful. I love the texture. I prefer it to cod, to be honest, and it has, of course, tomato sauce. Then it's enriched by some spiciness as well, which reminds me of these sardines, but it has less fishy taste. There's this olive oil on top, beautifully served and really delicious. Last thing to try is this salted and cured tuna. I was really blown away by this tuna. It's perfectly salted, perfectly cured. It's not too salty, has that beautiful tuna taste, and it's not chewy at all. So it melts in your mouth how tender, soft, and delicious this is. Another great Portuguese bite.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Great experience with a canned fish of Porto, the local trademark and staple. But now we are off to our next place.
Deja.
Deja. So after the market, we came here to Guarani, one of the oldest still standing cafes in Porto since 1933. The place looks amazing. It's really traditional, has this large room here full of tables and chairs. It's one of the best locations in the city as well. And they are famous for several things. One of them is this dessert here. And the name of this dessert is rebanaba. It is made from stale bread, a kind of a baguette, and then it's soaked in milk. Afterwards, it's fried, and then it's topped with this custard and also these beautiful looking nuts. Andre will explain a couple of things about this dessert as well.
So, although this is more of a Christmas kind of a dessert, these guys at Guarani, they do it year-round. And this is the only place in town where you'll see such an interpretation of rabanada. Rabanada is a little less complex, but here they add the egg custard and the dry nuts on top.
Okay, it looks amazing, definitely. The bread really looks amazing once you cut it. It's quite airy, it's fluffy, soft. Of course, there's this skin from eggs and being fried on the outside, custard cream, some nuts. Let's go. Beautiful.
Isn't it?
This here is a pure decadence. Definitely one of the best desserts I ever tried. Again, like many other food in Porto, the first impression, once you see it, you don't expect much, but then once you bite into it, this is absolutely incredible. The bread is perfect inside, so soft, airy, but then the skin outside is perfectly crunchy as well, so very thin. It has that amazing crunchiness. Then the custard, the famous local custard, and the pine nuts and other nuts. This is purely insane and delicious. The cake blew my mind, but I also have to go with this very interesting looking tea, Carioca de Limão. Amazing color. Let's see how it tastes. Very strong taste from that lemon zest, from the lemon skin. Other than that, there's no other taste, but quite pleasant, nice and hot. Cheers. And with this, we end this fantastic food tour of Porto. I want to thank Andre and Ricardo for taking me around. This was an amazing experience, and it wouldn't be as good without these guys from Taste Porto. I will leave in the description info how to contact them, and they can organize a perfect local food tour for you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and until the next time, Teja.